Today we have a leadership guru from New York, and today he is also author of a new book, which is for CEOs. The book's name is Move, CEO's Playbook for Capturing Value. Sandy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tero.
So we have a book which is, I know that it is actually written about the part of CEO.works work or the spectrum that you are active on. So tell me, what is this Move book about?
Yeah, well, Move is actually short for mobilizing for value.
Mobilizing for value.
Mobilizing for value. And it's rooted in our exploration of the work that winning CEOs do. And if you were to summarize the work that winning CEOs do, it's not strategy, it's not execution. And people often say, well, the winning CEOs are great at strategy. Start there. Yeah. Or the winning CEOs are great in execution. Start there.
Yeah.
And we would say, yes, winning CEOs do need to understand strategy, and they need to have one. And winning CEOs do need to execute, and they need to do that well. But our CEOs are not failing in strategy or execution. They're failing because they run out of time. And so mobilization is execution at speed. And it is the ability to have a strategy and to execute in time. They need to be able to execute in time.
All right. So it is, do I get it right? It is something between strategy and operational thing, something in between there.
That's right.
Okay. So the third area. And so what would be the highlight? What is that third area doing?
Yeah, I think mobilization, or the ability to mobilize, is a real differentiator for the winning CEOs. And so when it comes to mobilization, we wanted to understand, what is it that the winners do? What is the work? Yeah. And so we isolated in 15 people who had produced outstanding returns, and then looked at and spoke with them and watched what they do. And so what Move does is, it is the playbook of the winning CEOs. Yeah. And we now have 21 people that we're tracking in terms of what they do. And so the book summarizes these 5 areas that is a representation of what these people do.
Uh-huh. Give me a couple of reasons, if I'm a CEO, why I should read that book.
Yeah, well, I think probably the 2 most important things is, one is there's a large conclusion that you and I just discussed, and that is that if you're going to win, you have to be able to mobilize your organization. It isn't enough to have strategy. It isn't enough to be operationally proficient. You have to be able to mobilize to capture value. That would be number 1. And then I would say there are a series of very specific things that the CEO can do that is really your work. These are specific things that you can do that will be outlined in the book in very specific and very concrete ways, because we have taken it directly from people who are doing it every day. Yeah. So we're not making this stuff up.
Yeah. And if you don't get in the text, I had a chance to read the book. In every chapter, at the end of it, there are do's and don't do. Kind of summary.
Right. Yeah, and we tried to be practical like that. Yeah. Checklists and do's and don'ts and sins that things to avoid. Because I think it was Peter Drucker who said that it is just as important to know what to avoid as it is to know what to do.